All right, brother. It's that time of the show, the Dodd Block, where we roll out the high five. But what are you doing, dude? Are you doing an audition for a new mascot for the Big Skinny? There's people running by you. What the hell is going on?
Dude, we're doing our commercial today. I'm on site, Lou. Come on. You couldn't make it because you're in the studio in New York. But yeah, we're, filming a commercial for the Big Skinny, and we, just testing some folks out
You
today.
got some extras, man.
I stepped aside for a few minutes. All good.
You're putting the big in the Big Skinny, my friend. I appreciate it. Hey, it's good to be back. I know we took a quick break here, but let's run through these high fives. And then, God, there's a rumor you got another game. I'm scared, but we'll get to that next.
Dude, you love my games. Come on.
I do.
I bring the entertainment here.
I don't love games in dating or marriage, but I love games on a live stream show. So let's roll. What are we talking about?
So, volatility reigns. What, stability calling sick again? What's going on here?
Seriously, I mean, look, I think everyone's freaking out. If you look at it, it's been up and down days. I think this month we were down at one point, the market's by 15%, and now we're only down by 1.5%. If we close the month like neutral or positive, it'll be the first time ever we've come back from such a big decline in this month. If you look at the data in terms of just the price ranges of the S&P 500, you see here there's just huge periods of volatility, and we're in one of them. One was COVID, one was the great financial crisis, tech bubble, October 1987 crash. Just these wild swings in the markets, which gets back to the advice earlier. Don't worry about getting greedy all at once and jumping all in. Be selective, buy things when they're on sale, and use volatility to your advantage, which is something that, I think most first-time or early investors think that the pros just buy one day and that's it. Like they made a purchase at Apple at 150. It's not what happens. They set aside about amount of money, and they're going to buy over time and use volatility. Some days they'll pay a little bit more. Other days they'll pay less. I think that's what everyone needs to do right now. If you got cash and you're getting ready to put it to work, I don't want to call it cliche like dollar cost average, but just use the volatile days when the market's down big to buy the things you like at cheaper prices.
But I want to be greedy. That's how I make my money, right?
I know, but if you're trying to be greedy all at once and you push all your chips in on black after 7 reds in a row, guess what's coming next? Black, and then you're broke.
Story for another day. I've done that before, unfortunately. Getting sentimental. Quick, someone cue the world's smallest violin.
Well, you missed me. Come on, dude. Admit it. 2 weeks off. You
Exactly.
missed me. No, listen.
Tiny
miss. Look, we've told everyone to be paying attention to sentiment readings, right? This is soft data. It's feelings, not hard economic data. It continues to be really, really bearish. This is the AAII, so American Association of Individual Investors. I mean, I'm just screwing up the tongue twisters today. It's a survey every week, every Wednesday. The results come out. Over 50% bearishness, which is the red, is really extreme. It's been at the extremes for, I think, 6 or 7 weeks now. It has been a telltale contrarian indicator for me in my career. So don't get sentimental. Don't get sad. Hang around, replay Kenny Polcari, and buy stocks when everyone gets this bumped.
Turning European. You were there for a week. What's going on? They turn you already? You moving, packing the bag? What's happening?
No, man, no, I'm not turning European. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about stocks and investing. Europe is having the best outperformance relative to the United States. This is something we talked about episode 2, episode 3. We had the ETF for Europe and said you should buy it because it's dirt cheap, and it's continuing to play out. So this is a trend. This is one of those times in the market where things get way too cheap and out of favor, where it's just so obvious that you can use ETFs to enjoy some nice returns. I mean, the German DAX index just hit its highest level in history. Other European markets really going gangbusters. So again, if you don't have exposure to Europe, get it with an ETF. It's just an undervalued, cheap momentum play that's working right now.
Awesome. Hold on 1 second, Lou. Hey, 5 more laps. All right. Making sure they're just still running. Let's see. Biotech bounce back. My portfolio just gasped.
I know we bounced from Dante's 7th level of hell to like the 5th. Like we got a long way to come back until we're out of the fire and burning. But remember, we talked about this. Biotech got too cheap. The innovation is persisting despite the price declines and whatever the economy is doing. But if you look, I mean, the XBI index, which was a key gauge of smaller biotech stocks, is up, I think, 16%. From the bottom, 16.5% from the April 8th bottom. That is a definitive bounce off the bottom. We're starting to see stocks do really, really well in the biotech space on good data, good reports, good strategic partnerships. That bodes well for some of the names that we've been holding on for a long time, and others that we're getting ready to make investments in. Everyone's laughing. I don't know what the hell I said, but I obviously said something stupid. So.
What wasn't you, Lou? Always a bull market somewhere. Yeah. Come on, Lou. Let's be honest. You're not going to remember what this one is this week, are you?
Yeah, it's not a tumor. Remember that one was the last episode?
Did you ever remember what that was?
Yeah, I remembered about 20 minutes ago. It's not a recession. That's what everyone kept arguing about. It's not a recession. It's not a tumor, as Schwarzenegger said in Kindergarten Cop. Hey, listen, the other thing is, I know the gloom and doom can persist and pervade a lot of times. I tend to be arguably, admittedly, a guy that's more optimistic, glass half full. But the truth is, there's things that are always working in the market. And this list from Bespoke Investment Group shows that Russell 1000 stocks, so large cap stocks that are up more than 10% or more year to date, and since the market, the Liberation Day, like there's a good smattering of companies here that have done well despite everything that's going on. I mean, you look, some industrials, rental car company of all names would never expected. CrowdStrike, cybersecurity, right? The tariff trade wars don't have any impact on cybersecurity negatively. Duolingo, I mean, this one makes me, it's a head scratcher. Did everyone realize like we're getting ridiculous tariffs? So like, let's move to a foreign country so we don't have to pay them and let's learn the language. Grail, this is to that biotech. Grail's really a biotech company. You look at it, it's about $1.5 billion market cap, but it's up 75% since the April lows. It has an early cancer detection test. So really innovative things are being rewarded in this market. MicroStrategy, that's a Bitcoin play. Newmont, that's gold, mining, Netflix. Everyone knows Netflix. I'm surprised it's on this list. I've never owned Netflix. But Palantir, another favorite AI stock. But yeah, look, there's things working in this market which should give you optimism that if we find the right opportunities and the right setups that we can make money no matter what's going on. So that's the rundown, and there's another runner to finish the rundown.